such and guess it's RLF.
I think the episode would be a lot worse if you guys passed out from heat exhaustion, so it's better
I don't
with the window
know.
open.
We can try.
So yeah, our window's open, everyone.
RLF, brought to you by the soothing sounds of nature.
And by nature, we mean New Moon City.
Yeah.
I was like, you are seconds away from a siren.
There's birds and rats.
Oh, you don't hear
Pigeons
those.
don't count as birds. They are rats with
Ooh.
wings.
They are the laziest flyers.
Oh, I got a story for, well, not really a story for Big City Living, but later on.
Isn't, what is it, squab, if you eat pigeon?
Squab?
I think that's what it's called, right?
If you eat pigeon,
Squab?
it's called squab.
I've never heard that. No.
I feel like that's a thing.
No,
Like,
disease, I think that's what it's called.
no, I feel like when they cook pigeon, they call it squab. The same way like when you cook deer meat, it's called venison.
Benadryl.
No,
Dang.
not Benadryl. That's allergy medication.
I don't know.
There's deer meat in allergy medicine.
Is there?
Yeah.
I think you're lying.
Well, in Benadryl.
I don't know enough about deer meat or allergy medication to debate you.
So a cow gives you beef,
Yes.
a deer gives you venison,
Yeah.
and a pigeon gives you squab?
I guess. Someone can Al, can you look this up?
And
Just make sure I'm
chicken.
not
Chicken was just lazy.
Yeah, it's true.
Chicken, and we got
true.
chicken.
What would Seich give? The cow gives you beef.
Well,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would not want to taste this.
Food poisoning.
I'm like those poisoned puffer fish. Like if you don't cook me right, you're dead.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, you'd get like instant alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how you would die.
You're the male, or you're like the human equivalent of eating those cherries that you soak in rum for a year.
oh God.
What have you discovered, Matt?
So squab is pigeon.
Yes.
Yep. It is the veal of pigeon. Pigeon meat that is cooked and served 4 weeks or younger.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at, I think, yeah, I'm on a website to
How would
buy
that be
it.
filling?
Well, you buy a whole bunch of them. Eat a whole bunch of babies.
I got a squab salad.
Oh, squab salad. You monster.
Considered a delicacy.
Of course it is.
Well, I mean, they're not like endangered.
It
No,
says
that's certainly true.
It says no one farmed squab to make a fortune. The birds are notoriously sensitive, which prevents using modern poultry techniques. Oh,
I guess that's why it's a delicacy.
I guess so, because they're
So
they just die
Ooh,
if you treat them like garbage.
here's a plan. We're gonna get some rats, and we're gonna make them fancy ass rats, and then we're gonna cook up those fancy rats and serve them to rich people.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you make something gross enough, it becomes important to rich people.
It's true.
It's true.
It's
there's no
less about how gross it is, and more about
How rare.
the fact that they have exactly how rare it is,
Rarity,
how
exclusivity.
how recently have they seen that type of thing?
Okay, so we have to get
a
rid
very-
of pigeons
Like
or rats.
caviar's fucking fish eggs. Like, ew.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Ew.
Yes, exactly.
A very interesting story. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast. I think I've told it to you. in
Probably.
person.
Let's
15
move on.
times.
But crab and lobster used to be cheap prison food used for coastal cities.
Yes.
It wasn't until the invention of the railroad and the industries were able to reach more inland on the train cars, they could sell crab and lobster for whatever they wanted because people in the inlands hadn't fucking seen that shit before.
Yes.
So they didn't know how much it cost, so they were like, all right,
It's fancy,
$20 a
dum-dum.
lobster? Sure.
This
We're
came
on
from the
train,
sea.
dear. We're going to Seattle.
We're gonna be in Saddle in a day and a half. This is big city living.
Look at this. It came from the sea and it's covered in a shell.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh.
I wonder
It's
if
like
that
its own little crown. We're eating the king of the sea, Cheryl.
Oh, fish armor.
here's his crown. His son will be coming for us.
Wait, what?
The prince of the lobster men.
Prince of the Lobster Men. That sounds like the intro to like a jaunty Disney cartoon or
Ooh.
Pixar, possibly.
It's about the lobster prince taking
Kingdom?
revenge on the chef that killed the lobster king and fed him to
Ooh,
rich
that's
people.
it's a dark Disney. That's their newest
Yes.
split off
Yeah,
dark Disney.
Dark Disney. Ooh.
Disney Black.
Yeah. It's just all
I'm
rated R
down.
stuff.
I'm down.
Yeah, well, it's rated PG-13.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no,
like,
no.
one
It's
fuck.
it's
Yeah, they still can't. There's no fucking.
Oh, they get fucking
Yeah.
in there. It's
No,
Disney R.
no, it's Disney.
Oh, Al wants it to be a
It's
hard
Disney
R. He's
R.
adamant.
This is animated, I'm assuming. I don't want animated fucking.
Well, no, there's
Disney R.
no, you go somewhere else for that.
Disney Red.
Mickey catches Donald in bed with Minnie
Oh,
and
man.
goes on a rampage.
Jesus. You just have the Beatles, Rocky Raccoon playing in the background. Rocky Raccoon. You see Mickey walking into a bar slowly.
Got a comically large baseball bat.
Rocky, it seems. Boom! How dare you sleep with my woman? I can't do. I don't have a Mickey. I don't have a Mickey at all. I don't.
Oh, he's screaming.
Yeah.
So.
Oh boy, you really fucked up this time, Donald. Oh. Sleep with my wife, you feathered fuck. Oh.
Disney Red is weird, Mom.
Oh man.
You know
Man,
what?
I'd watch-
Nobody thought it would work, but the numbers don't lie. It's the #1 show in America.
Oh my god.
I would watch the
We need
shit out
more.
of that. Are you kidding me? I would watch that. I would binge that every night. I
Site
would
just hooked.
I'd rewatch it.
It doesn't even exist, and he wants it.
I do. Just
Don't give him any
You'll never
ideas.
let me up, pigs.
I'm a madman. I can't do that voice. I don't know how you do that.
Oh, hey, boys.
No. Ooh.
Mickey, it's Minnie.
That was like,
You've got to come out of there. You got to come home. Shut up, whore.
You're the whole reason I'm in here.
Oh.
Oh man.
Do you have a goofy? Gorsh. That's all I have is Gorsh.
yeah.
I can't-
Yeah, that's all he ever.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
There goes
Oh, hello there, bitch.
That's not bad. That's all right.
Which one was not bad?
Matt's.
Matt's
Whoa.
or
Or
Al?
Nicholas.
Okay, gotcha.
Not
No,
Nicholas.
I think
Nicholas
they're both
was
equally
bad.
as good, but
No.
it's
I-
easily my worst impression.
Most impressions I do are my worst impressions. I'm not
Nobody has a Donald here.
Oh,
No.
my dad got a Donald. Let me call him up.
You just
Yeah.
shake your face and
Oh my god.
It just sounded like I was having a stroke.
I'm down with that. That's
That was like Rick Sanchez doing Donald Duck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm Donald Duck, Morty.
What? When I was a kid, this is kind of sad because my uncle had passed away when I was really young. But when my like best and only memories of him is he used to make my sister laugh by doing a Donald Duck impression, and he
Really?
used to do a really good one too. Yeah. It's definitely a sweet memory. But that was like one of the only people I knew who could do like a good Donald Duck impression.
It's very rare. It's got to be so hard on the throat.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's gotta
god.
be.
For yeah.
oh yeah.
Imagine they just when they're recording him, they just have like 20 guys who can do it, and they just burn their throats out.
All right, let's get the gang of Donalds in here.
Now, I wonder who did all those old Disney voices, because I know as far as Looney Tunes, that was all Mel Blanc, I believe, which is unbelievable that Mel Blanc used to do all of the voices. Porky Pig, Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, like all of them from what I'm to understand. And they're all been cast now individually in later years. Depending on the character, they might be up to their third actor.
Right. I don't know how
but-
it works.
Yeah, but Mel Blanc
I mean,
was like,
And there's probably somebody that does like a couple. Most shows usually have like
Oh,
at least one person that does.
Donald
Yeah.
Duck
Double
phrases.
yeah.
He likes to exclaim,
Duck.
"Sow."
Yeah.
He greets his girlfriend and others with "Hiya, toots."
Hi.
Oh my god. Toots. It's
Hiya, toots.
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 Hi.
Hiya, Toots!
He just farts at everybody.
Oh, Donald worked at a Nazi factory in 1943. Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he did.
There he goes.
There's like a couple of like super questionable cartoons from that time.
Well, he was
period, I
undercover.
Oh, boy.
believe. Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Gorsh.
Gore!
Now,
That seems pretty insensitive.
Oh my god.
so I know I can speak for Seich and myself here. We were much more into Looney Tunes compared to like Disney cartoons for sure. How about you? How about yourself, Alan? How about you,
I
Matt?
think I like Nickelodeon more.
Really?
That wasn't
Nickelodeon?
the question.
Wasn't one of the two options, but I respect the answer.
What were your two? Disney and Marvel?
Nickelodeon didn't have a.
Disney and like Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Like the Looney
Probably
Tunes.
Looney
Hanna-Barbera.
Tunes, man.
But like Flintstones.
She's in Marvel.
It's just when I talk.
Flintstones.
How about you, Matt?
Jetsons.
Okay, so those are
that's-
Hanna-Barbera.
That's all Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I was a huge fan of the Disney movies, so I would probably say I was a Disney kid more than I was a Looney Tunes guy.
Okay.
But at the same time, I did watch the Looney Tunes. Like I didn't hate on the tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't hate
How
on the
could you?
tunes.
I fucking saw the shit out of Space Jam.
Dude,
Well, yeah, dude.
Like my life depended on it.
it's
It
your
did.
jam.
But I also was the kid who fucking cried his eyes out at the Lion King when Mufasa
Oh,
died.
no.
I mean,
Spoilers!
we were like 5.
Spoilers!
Yeah, man up. It's
a lot.
5 years old, dude.
I cried at Land Before
A
Time.
lot of,
What?
you know what? I think I may have cried during A Land Before Time too. I loved those movies.
Great movie. But
I had all of VHSs. That's how I learned the Roman numerals. Was that in WrestleMania? Because Land Before Time, you decided to do Roman numerals as well, and they got to like 6 or 7.
Oh, okay. I thought like in the movies the dinosaurs were writing the
They were
Roman
just
numerals.
teaching you.
No.
Number 1, Ducky.
Ducky and Littlefoot. Crazy bastards.
This is Littlefoot, Ducky,
Littlefoot.
Spike,
Spike.
and Petrie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Is there a fifth?
And
I think
Carl.
there's a
yeah,
fifth
Carl.
later. They have a little
Oh, yeah,
T-Rex.
Carl.
Carl!
Yeah. Yeah, nobody
Mark-
liked him.
Oh, hey, dinosaur man. It's Carl from
But,
This is the first crossover. We just didn't spot it.
yeah, it was way ahead of its time.
Fry Guys helped me, and now I'm here with the dinosaurs.
Now,
I'm kind of asking myself, what the hell?
What am I doing with these dinosaurs? Did you guys ever see that old Seth MacFarlane cartoon where he used the voice for Peter and Brian before he had created Family Guy?
Oh, yeah, for like the prototype of Family
I remember.
Guy.
Yeah. Yep. I remember watching that on like one of the Cartoon Network like blocks where they would just put a whole bunch of cartoons. It was like that, the original Two Stupid Dogs, like Ren and Stimpy was in
Oh,
there.
yeah, Two Stupid
Like
Dogs.
they had all these like weird,
I love
weird,
that show. That was a good show.
not for little kids, but for like, I don't know, older kids type
Okay.
cartoons. Ed, Ed and Eddie, stuff like that.
What? Don't do it
Bless
again.
you. Jesus.
Sneeze one more goddamn time.
I know. I'm at my limit.
Back to hard voices. I won't spend a lot of time on this, but we were talking about like really hard voices to do.
Super hard.
I watched the Beetlejuice musical recently. I've
Oh,
told
man.
you about this.
Yeah.
The main actor for that fucking musical literally talks like this for the entire show. It sings every line like this. 8 shows a week. Belting.
that's
I was like,
crazy.
Jesus Christ, how does this guy still have a voice?
That's crazy.
This is my life now.
His name's
That's-
Alex Brightman, and he'd been doing the show for like 3 years at this point.
That's his regular
Jeez.
voice.
It's not.
At this
When this
point,
came
it's
around,
gotta
he was
be.
like, "Oh, finally, I've made it."
If I was that guy, I would be so paranoid. I would like be listening to old recordings of my voice to make sure it hasn't aged, like that I'm not damaging myself. You know what I mean?
Gotta be damaging. his voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have a doctor in the audience constantly. Check
Yeah.
me out, doc.
How's my larynx?
What's the matter with me, doc?
How do I feel?
Pretty terrible.
I have not seen Beetlejuice in a really long time. I
Ugh.
need to rewatch that film.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Oh,
Great. Oh,
So good.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
So good.
I watched one of those like YouTube parodies. A family did the dinner scene. Was it Shake Shake
Of the
Shake?
dance?
No, that's the end of the
Dinner
No.
scene was Deo.
Deo. Yes, thank you, Deo.
Banana Boat song.
Yes, and they crushed it. They did such a good job. I watched the video of like this family did on YouTube, and then I was curious because I hadn't seen it in such a long time, and I went and watched from the movie, and I was like, wow, they did such a good job. Like they even did like little movements for certain characters in the back and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
as
they did
hell.
a good job. Yeah, but that's a pretty iconic scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watched this this short video on like how the movie was made for Beetlejuice, and that script went through. That script was in development for so fucking long.
Really?
Everybody who read it fell in love with it, but then nobody wanted to do it because it was like it was a really weird mix of like morbidity and sexuality and like
Yeah, it's super sexy.
like all of this like weird cross, like, because if you look at that movie, that's a weird fucking movie.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
so weird.
Sandworms?
But you had to have Tim Burton. You had to have
If you don't have Burton and Keaton, that movie doesn't have its voice.
right,
And that's not fair. You also have to include Winona Ryder in that. She's
Little Baby Rider.
like the audience's perspective, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I know Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are in that movie too, but I feel like if you lose Keaton or Winona Ryder or like especially Tim Burton, then you just lose the style and the voice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because Keaton is so fucking charismatic in that role.
It's crazy.
Like he's a magnet. You cannot take your eyes off of him when he's on screen.
He's the bad guy, and he's still the hero of the movie.
He's great.
because
Yeah.
he's the most iconic part.
I would equate his performance as Beetlejuice is very similar to Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka. As far as like it's a character meant for children, but at the same time it appeals to adults, and it's just so unexpected, so unassuming. Like you don't know
Yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah,
He's a wacky, goofy guy. He sticks his tongue out sometimes.
that's yes,
You say his name 3
That
times,
is-
he shows up.
yeah. I do love that idea too.
Yeah, like
Say
a
the
little
name 3 times
code
Yeah.
phrase.
and they show
Get him
up.
pop up.
Have you guys watched any movies this week? Because we did not talk about that last week, and a few people got upset.
Well, those people can pump their brakes.
It's
Okay.
true. They can.
You know,
Pump 'em up.
that's from back in the 20s. You'd actually have to pump your brakes.
It's true.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, like
know.
original braking systems were the same as like.
I have.
I was like,
I was looking at my phone to see if I actually had movies in here. I have 2 from last week and then 1 from this week.
All right,
I
what'd you
think I
watch?
watched a movie.
Last week I watched the timeless classic 3 Musketeers.
Oh, the Chris O'Donnell version.
Of course.
Oh, D'Artagnan. That's Charlie Sheen and Oliver Platt, if I remember correctly.
And
I don't know. who
Kiefer
the-
Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Yes.
Tim Curry. Like the bad guy who is the bad guy in like everything. He was in The Crow.
Yes. Oh, I don't remember the name of the bad guy, but I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I
know
remember.
his face.
I don't
Yeah,
know the dude's
yeah.
name.
Yeah. But okay.
God, what a fucking great. That movie. Every time, just a thrill ride.
not a fan of
Don't you fucking
of the
don't
Three Musketeers,
you fucking
Nikolai? No, I'm asking Nikolai.
Are you kidding? I love the Three Musketeers.
Oh, okay.
movie.
It seemed as if you were
Oh,
like...
no. Seich and I used to watch the movie when we were kids.
I was like, if you've got a problem with Porthos,
D'Artagnan?
Athos, or Aramis, you can come my way.
D'Artagnan?
We, to this day, will say, D'Artagnan?
D'Artagnan?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. One of my favorite Jonah Ray jokes is, and I think you're the one who originally told me this, is if you're hanging out in a group of three, you say to one of the two people, you're like, oh man, we're just like the Three Musketeers, and Phil. So you just, so it's just the two of you, and then you exclude the third person. So if it was just me, Matt, and Seich hanging out, I would be like, oh Matt, we're just like the Three Musketeers. And Seich.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's just such a rude thing to say. I love
great.
that joke. Oh, man.
The other movie I watched last week was Public Enemies.
Saw the end of that.
Really like that movie.
Never seen Public Enemies.
Oh, dude, great
Christian
movie.
Bale and Johnny Depp. And it's a retelling of the John Dillinger story.
Yeah.
And
Bobby Jones
Johnny
himself.
Depp plays John Dillinger, and I thought they did an excellent job.
And
I've heard nothing but good things, so I've just never gotten the chance to see it.
Marion whatever the hell.
Cornelius.
Cotillard.
Marion Cotillard shows her breasts in that film.
No, she doesn't. Does she?
No, that's a line that Kevin says in The Office.
Les Jolies.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I love that
What
movie
else?
so much. I forgot how good it
Public
was.
Enemies. Yeah, that movie is, and for a movie that's made like to portray the 1920s, it moves. Like the story moves very quickly.
Nice.
And let's not
check it
forget.
out.
Let's not forget Steven Dorff in there. Gotta give a
Who is
shout out.
Steven Dorff in that?
Yeah,
Steven
he was,
Dorff?
he was Homer.
I do not remember him in that movie.
Steven Dorff. Yeah. Deacon Frost.
I think
Was
Every time.
he running from Blade?
Yeah. Well, it was mostly nighttime, so he was safe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, good. So, but the Daywalker wasn't in that film.
No,
so
no, he was.
also safe.
Blade wasn't there. He, I guess was busy.
He had plenty of those blue cigarettes though.
He was in Moscow or something.
Somewhere crazy.
That's where he ended in the. Yeah, that's where he ended up in the end of the first one, Moscow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Moscow.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I love Blade 1 and 2.
It's-
Such good movies.
Such a great trilogy, all three.
Excited to see Mahershala Ali's Blade, though.
We'll see what happens. One thing I feel like is going to happen is I feel like every single movie you're going to see is going to have some type of outbreak in it. Just kind of the same way that every movie from like 2010 to 2015 was about a bomb blowing up the world for some reason. Yeah, I just feel like that is probably going to be upcoming. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well,
in Blade,
hopefully, maybe
but
we'll get a whole bunch more comedies.
Maybe. That'd
No.
be nice. Low budget comedies are
They're
funny.
done. They're done with those.
WandaVision looks interesting. I want to see that.
WandaVision?
Yeah, it's the thing they're doing on Disney Plus with the Scarlet Witch from the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
They're doing it's like exploring like alternate realities
Oh,
or
that's pretty
shit
cool.
like that. I don't know. Yeah, it has a very well, it doesn't matter. We can do whatever we want here. We can make Loki a girl, and we can say Thanos won, and
His dog's an
whatever.
octopus.
We'll just look at all these cool alternate what ifs.
Yeah.
What if Superman was all orange?
Yeah. And
What
in
if
Marvel.
writing had no fucking consequences? And a $50 million budget.
It does sound like a recipe for something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not
Like, I don't-
going to commit to what yet, though. Let's see what herbs and spices they throw in there. Sage and I rewatched The Joker.
Yeah.
Or just Joker, no the.
Oh, okay. I was like, the Joker? Or
Joker? The newest Joker? Or
Yeah.
Yes, the Joaquin
yeah,
Phoenix
nice.
one.
Joaquin.
It's the
Great
first-
movie.
First time we've rewatched it.
how it
It's
hold
first
up?
time both of us rewatched it since the theaters. And we both kind of had a similar criticism.
What's that?
A little too much weird dancing.
Okay.
Didn't realize how
Okay.
much there was.
I don't know. I haven't
And
seen it the second time.
I
like
understand
dancing.
the hate for the weird dancing.
I don't dislike the weird dancing. I dislike the amount and the abundance and the longevity.
Well, that way it makes you
So
uncomfortable.
basically, just how much there was.
Yeah.
All three of your descriptors were about amount.
I hope if they do make a second one, they double down on the weird
Yeah.
dancing.
I heard nothing but good things
It's
about
just
the
him
dancing.
tap dancing through atrocities.
Like in this prison cell in the beginning.
Beep bop scat the doodly beat up bow.
Like, okay, Joaquin absolutely crushes in that film and deserved to win the Oscar. And whatever other awards he also
Bunch of
won.
flowers, probably.
And the movie, probably
Nobody
at least
wants-
more than a bunch.
Yeah.
Flowers.
And the movie is excellent. It's fucking great. I just didn't absorb how much dancing there was the first time.
I will admit,
If he's alone on screen, he's
he's
dancing.
dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's for
And
like when he does it, it's for like a long time. Like there's just like, all right, yeah, keep the dancing in, but just cut the scene down by like a minute.
It's the hour's the movie's like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something. Like, you shave 10 minutes of dancing.
Like an hour and a half of dancing.
Yeah.
What makes it more poignant then?
It
Now, have you
wasn't-
heard this criticism before?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And my response to it is I think it was an artistic.
Shut up and dance.
It was an artistic choice that was symbolizing the fact that when he was alone was the only time he felt comfortable with himself.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And you know, I agree that it went on for too long.
Yeah.
But I personally believe whatever you had to sit through, if you had to sit through Joaquin Phoenix getting beat up for an hour and a half straight just to get to
Oh,
The Late Show with Murray Franklin,
dude.
Murray.
and
Murray.
that just that 7 or 8 minute sequence where you watch a man lose his mind on stage,
Yeah.
and finally get the chance to vent why he's so frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And for everybody to just boo him and shame him and for him to just snap. That scene, Joaquin Phoenix is brilliant. He's the best actor who's ever lived.
I wouldn't go that far, but he's very good. I don't know.
Did
My
you see
personal
Walk the
favorite
Line?
would be?
Fantastic.
Hey, man, Walk the Line is why I'm a Cash fan. I got Johnny Cash hanging up looking at us right now. So,
And then
Yeah.
Signs. That classic.
all right. We don't pump those brakes.
What do you mean?
That birthday party scene's scary. Or it was.
How about you, Al? Have you seen any movies this week
I watched
or last?
the Amazon Prime series Upload.
Oh shit! What'd you think? I'm genuinely really curious.
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
My sister loved it. She thought it was really good.
It's got adventure,
d-
mystery, romance.
Does it really?
Boobies?
Oh, it is romance. In it. No
Ooh.
boobies. No
No.
boobies.
no.
Well,
out.
it's Greg Daniels. There's going to be romance.
Yeah.
No boobies, but uncensored full snatch.
Wow.
Actually, wait. No,
Jeez.
there's one scene. One or two, possibly.
Is there a vagina shot scene?
What?
Wow.
Look, what are you saying right now? There's one scene.
One or two scenes, I think, with breasts.
Breast.
Oh, shit.
shit.
I'm in.
For one or two
That's-
scenes.
That's all you had to say.
It's worth it.
Matt and I both crushed Space Force. Watched the whole thing.
Space
I
Force.
watched it all in one night.
I
it good,
I gotta
or-
watch that.
Not good.
John Malkovich is outstanding,
He's the best part of the show.
and John Ralphio is number 2.
yes.
Steve Carell's character is the exact same from The Office. He's the idiot boss who's actually good at his job in the end of the day, which I was very disappointed with, but I didn't hate it as much as a lot of people are hating it.
Even as the idiot boss character, he still made me laugh.
Oh, absolutely. It was definitely...
God, I love this fucking chimp!
Yeah. that made me laugh very hard. Oh, man. Lisa Kudrow is his wife.
Oh, they didn't
You
hear.
think you're funny? Do you think you're a funny guy right now?
Did you just come into us laughing?
No, we heard what you
we
said.
heard
We
it.
just haven't seen
we
the
didn't watch the
so.
show.
Yeah. that's
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, nobody cares about that.
Ha 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 ha. I was real laughing along with you.
So, I had a weird week last week, and I had a lot of downtime. So I watched a lot of fucking movies.
Nice.
Ooh.
I rewatched some movies that I'm just gonna say really quickly because
Stargate.
I watched them, absolutely loved them, and we don't need to really talk much about it.
Let's talk
number one,
in
Bull
depth
Durham.
on all of them.
Bull
Baltimore?
Durham. Okay.
Hands
Nice.
down the best baseball movie. I rewatched Black Knight, a Martin Lawrence
Oh,
classic from when I was
fantastic.
2000. I love that movie still, and it's so corny, but I think it holds up. X-Men First Class, rewatched that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Like that is definitely my favorite of the X-Men films, period, and that includes Old Man Logan or all
What
of them.
about
I think
Last
X-Men
Stand?
First Class. Yeah, X-Men First Class is definitely the best.
First feeding.
We don't talk about The Last Stand.
We already said Joker, City Slickers.
Ooh, I have not watched that
never-
in so
I think I
long.
haven't seen that in years.
Dude,
1,000 years.
Dude, genuinely laughed at a couple of things in there. I was like, holy shit,
Oh.
I forgot about this
God,
movie.
I gotta watch that. I gotta rewatch that.
I watched Uncut Gems, the
I
one
gotta
that Adam
watch that.
Sandler film that everybody was talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
The only thing I'm going to say about that movie is excellent. I really loved it and it was very well made, but I will never ever watch it again. Not because it's bad, because the movie is chaos. I've never had a director like I knew exactly how I was supposed to feel in every moment. And the way you're supposed to feel is chaos, chaotic, loud. The movie itself is loud because Adam Sandler's character's life is loud and it's chaos, and it's like it's so well made, but it also just was such an anxiety trigger.
Oh man. I
Hey, you
would
want to
hate
go
that.
on a chaos ride?
My life is noise.
Yeah, like yes, it's a very loud movie.
Oh,
In my
God.
opinion,
I will
like-
never watch it then. Next.
It tells an amazing story. Not amazing. It tells
so
it's a
do
very
books.
well told story. And now
I'm joking.
the last movie I saw, and I've been putting this off for a really long time because I'm a huge fan of what's it called? Shit. I forget what it's called, but it's another bowling movie. I finally watched The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski?
Start to finish. Yep,
Nice.
start to finish. Now, this is a cult classic, so I know a lot of people absolutely love this film.
Yes.
Like, have you seen it, Matt?
Big Lebowski? No, I
It's
have
Jeff
not.
Bridges.
I like it.
Gold. What's his name?
Jesus.
Why can't I think of his name?
John Goodman.
Not Jesus.
Steve Buscemi.
John Goodman. Thank you.
Well, no, there's a
And
character
Steve
named
Buscemi.
Jesus.
There is a character named Jesus, played by John Turturro.
Oh, love Johnny Toots.
He's so fucking funny in that movie. And also they have Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it, and Tara Reid is in it. There's a lot of people in that movie. Flea.
Flea.
Have you seen it, Al? How do you feel
Yeah.
about Big Lebowski?
I liked it.
You love it?
I don't love it. I
How about
liked
you,
it.
Sarge? Have you seen it?
I watched it once,
Yeah.
but it was I think I watched it like when I was back in Maryland actually, so it was pretty recent.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. Like I see why people are all about it. I wasn't like crazy about it, but it was good.
I could not agree with you more. I don't understand the cult following of the film. Now, I'm going to give some spoilers as to why I have some issues with it. I personally don't find the John Goodman Steve Buscemi relationship funny in the movie. Their entire relationship is every single time Donny talks, John Goodman's character Walter screams, "Shut the fuck up, Donny!" Like, like he's horrific to this man the whole movie. At one point, there's this pretty funny scene where they have to go somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, it's by the In-N-Out Burger." Well, it's near the In-N-Out Burger. Shut the fuck up, Donny! Like, and then later, after they go to what they're doing, they're eating burgers, and that made me laugh. Like, but spoilers again. His whole character, Steve Buscemi's entire character's existence, is being screamed at by his friend Walter, and then the movie comes to a head where he just has a heart attack during like the climax.
Steve Buscemi's character?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
He just dies. Like the guy, there's no win for Donnie.
The
at
guy
all.
existed to get shit on and then died.
dies.
Oh, he should have shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's like I guess he should have shut the fuck up. I did enjoy John Goodman's character, and the dude is great. He's funny and he's very dude man, and I get it, and that's funny and cool. But the movie fucking like. First of all, the movie centers around, and like one of the driving forces is that they are a bowling team and they're in a tournament, and like that is so much of the fucking dialogue. The movie ends and they don't resolve the tournament. Now, I know that Donnie dies, so technically they don't have a third player, so maybe they don't even compete in the tournament, they just forfeit. I understand that I'm meant to believe that.
It's not a bowling movie, I guess.
But how the fuck do you have an entire film where the bowling tournament is what's driving the through line and you don't fucking conclude the bowling tournament? One of the funniest characters is the guy they're supposed to play in the fucking tournament.
John Turturro?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they don't bowl against him. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't. It's not very dude of me right now because I do not get it.
I do not get it.
Listen, you want to watch a bowling movie, you watch Kingpin, all right?
Kingpin, yes. That is what I was thinking of. And Kingpin, I love.
Kingpin's great.
That is a bowling movie.
Yes. And they actually finished the tournament, and Kingpin has Bill Murray in it.
Yeah.
So that's all I need to say about that.
It's true. That is all you need.
Shut the fuck up, Saichi.
Yeah, see?
I don't like this already.
Get used to it.
So I feel like we're going to get some comments where people are upset with me for not absolutely loving The Big Lebowski because they're supposed to.
Everybody
Let
can shit
them
on
come.
like the cult classic movies. Like you can shit on any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
because they're
Like
good.
there's one, yeah. Like that one's
What are
just,
other
that one's just
cult
not for
classics?
you. You're just not in
Like
that
Boondock
cult.
Saints, like how that's a terrible movie.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, like, what are the best of the cult movies?
I mean,
I can't believe I didn't get anything out of Sight on that one.
What?
You didn't hear what I said. I said like Boondock Saints and how that's terrible.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I know that's not even true. I know you're not
Yeah.
telling the truth. You're crazy. You're crazy.
I have a Murph fucking action figure in my
The
office.
Crow.
The three of
I
us
love
dressed up like them for Halloween.
I know.
Oh, the Crow. The Crow is great.
That's a bad
Yes.
one.
Crow is definitely
That's
a
ultimate
cult
Hot
classic.
Rod.
Yeah, for sure. No.
Oh,
No.
Return to Oz.
What Google list did you look up?
Yeah.
Hot Rod is funny.
No, you put best cult movies.
That doesn't mean movies about cults, though, Sage.
It could.
Fear and
Does
Loathing.
Hot Rod count?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Okay.
I gotta be honest.
The
that's
Toxic
one of those movies
Avenger.
that's very overblown for me.
I don't think I've
Cult-
seen it.
It's decent. It's another movie similar to Uncut Gems where like the movie itself you don't always know what's going on because the characters don't always know what's going on.
That's fair.
Oh,
Natural Born Killers.
Oh,
First
man.
Wives Club.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Sucker Punch.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Ooh, Bloodsport. We
Does
watched
Sucker
that.
Punch count as a cult classic?
I'm
The
sure
movie
people
was like
watch it.
100 But it had like $100 million budget. That's not a cult classic.
Well, if people didn't like it at first, but
In
then
theaters,
a small
yeah.
following, maybe? I don't know.
I guess. I always have a hard time giving a movie the title of cult classic when it had so much money invested into it.
Blade.
That's true. Babe, Big Pig in the City.
Blade wouldn't count as a cult classic.
Yeah,
That movie was
I'm
popular
just
then.
looking at the list.
No, bro. Cult classic.
Well, this list is stupid, and I don't like it.
Are you on? What list are you on?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not doing shit.
It's what to watch movies, cult film on Google.
Popular cult movies.
Okay. Okay.
Jeez Louise.
Come on, Matt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Troll
Rolling
2.
Stone has a top
Oh,
25, but I don't
Troll
consider
2.
these cult movies.
What are some of the movies they have on there?
So Rolling Stone has like the usual suspects like Army of Darkness,
Oh, great. That is
Oh,
a great
yeah.
answer. Evil Dead 2.
Repo the Genetic Opera. I don't know that one.
Never
Yeah, that
heard of
sounds
that.
made up.
But then they have stuff like The Princess Bride. Like that's not a cult classic.
I don't.
Well, what would you?
I don't know.
Other people
If that
sit
movie
down with
flopped
that.
in theaters, it wasn't big budget. I mean, maybe it was big budget for the '80s, but Rob Reiner directed it. That was post This Is Spinal Tap. Everybody knew who Rob Reiner
Yeah,
was.
that's what I mean. Like,
But
I
I guess in this case, I would have to know what it did in the box office.
fair.
Because if it flopped in the box office, then found its audience on home video, then that's why it would count. But that movie had. I'm trying to think. Like, no, Christopher Guest and Carrie Ells were not household names by any means.
Andre the Giant. Come on.
I mean, it says it opened to rave reviews, so I don't think it did bad.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal was in it.
Peter Falk.
Come on.
Yeah, oh yeah, Billy Crystal's great.
Bobby Jones.
Was it Marvin the Marvelous?
Ooh, Harold and
Have
Maude.
fun
Miracle Max.
Miracle
Miracle
Max,
Max,
that's
yeah.
what it is. Have fun storming a castle. When the mutton is real lean.
Well, he said to blave, which we all know means to bluff. He obviously
Liar! Liar! You're not the man I married.
Bless you.
That's Carol Kane, I believe. She's fucking great.
yes, she was
Is she dead?
probably.
I don't think so. She was on This Is Kimmy Schmidt or Impossible Kimmy Schmidt.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's still acting.
How's
She was the Penguin's
How old
mom.
is she?
Yeah, you were the penguin.
Penguin, here's your lunch.
Hey, I was not.
I couldn't.
could
Yeah,
be.
you couldn't, Matt. You tried.
I could not believe that.
I'm pretty sure she's still alive. I mean, she's been in stuff within the past 5
Well,
years.
congratulations for coming back to life.
But she's great in the Addams Families too.
I'd never watched her in the Addams Family.
No?
Wait,
Never, not an Addams Family guy.
wait.
Oh,
You've never watched the Addams Family?
No.
The,
movies or
Addams
the cartoon?
Family.
Yeah, no, I know the whole da-na-na-na. Yeah, I know that thing.
Hey,
where you
Matt.
snap, and that's fun.
Ba-na-na-na.
Now sing the song.
Yeah.
You got it.
they're creepy and they're crawly. They're all together. Something. I don't
Matt,
know the words
Matt,
at all.
the Addams
It's the
Family,
Addams
though?
Family.
Boom.
How you watched them?
Yeah, they're
But
Dude,
I
I don't-
know the song.
I don't know
better than
any
you.
of the
They're
words
both
to any
fantastic.
theme song.
You know the song.
No, I was not an Addams Family kind of guy.
oh
It's-
god.
The only theme song I know all of the words to is the MASH theme song.
The man?
Ba, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, ba.
Ba 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 ba.
Da-da-da-da.
Ba, 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 ba.
That was the day I unsubscribed from RLF.
They just started singing MASH.
So that and Scrubs. I know that I know all the words to.
Oh, Scrubs.
Because that's
yeah.
just too easy.
Yeah.
And also, I just did the rewatch. I
Swear.
can't do this all on my own. No, I'm no Superman. That's so easy. That's like, yeah, I can't do that part.
I never really watched the Addams Family. I'm sorry, Sage, to
That's
let
a
you down.
bummer.
It's
on this.
fine.
Those
I didn't
movies are
either,
good.
Matt.
What the shit?
I think that's why you and I fell in love with Christina Ricci.
Breachy.
Yeah, she's
Christina
Wednesday
Ricci?
Adams.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
It was all about Morticia.
Raven-haired chicks. Really?
No. I was like,
You were into a woman in her 40s
when I was like,
kids?
I was like 7. I was like, man, look at
Yeah.
her. What is up with
Wow,
that?
she looks like my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was not into Morticia back then. Now as an adult, fuck yeah. But
We all know Sage had a boner for Cousin It.
Like
All that hair.
Like I'm hairy. What can I say?
Plus, you could sell that, cut it off.
It's true.
trim those beautiful locks.
Yeah.
Sell it to a wig
Think
maker.
of how much you could donate to Locks of Love.
Yeah. You would be
You'd be rolling in bank.
doing some
No, you
excellent
wouldn't be
work
rolling
with
in
those.
anything.
No.
You donate it.
No, man, they pay you big bucks.
I don't think they pay
I think
you.
they do.
That's why it's
I'm pretty
called-
sure they don't.
That's why it's called donating.
$400 a foot, Sage.
Wow.
That's not true.
Oh my god. I'm going to start growing this baby out.
They're really sticking it to those kids with cancer.
Ah, look at all this hair.
They get a wig, we get $400. Small price to pay.
Oh, they give them. I thought they were
Me,
gonna.
big price for them. I got a haircut.
I donated my hair to Locks of Love when I was in college. I grew my hair out for 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah. That was an experience.
How much you get?
Nothing. I didn't realize that I could get $400.
Selfish.
Yeah.
Did you have a before and after picture?
No, I'll go on my Facebook. I'll send you a picture of me with the
Ooh.
long locks.
Wait, when was this?
You could
Before
insert-
Facebook or?
No, yeah, when he had a fucking long
I was
hair.
in college.
Remember?
I would not want to wear a wig of human hair.
You would want to have cancer.
Well,
either,
it's
dude.
comfortable,
What other
Matt.
hair would you want to
No,
wear?
I would rather be bald if I had cancer.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I would rather
wow,
horse
you're
hair,
being insensitive.
obviously.
What do you have to?
No,
what if you have
like
to
if
go
I
somewhere?
had cancer, like yeah, okay, I'm gonna go bald.
Yeah.
That's one of the side effects of me fighting for my goddamn life.
True.
But I just think wearing another person's hair would be like creepy.
No, all right, that's why
Don't
you.
be
Tell
fake
people,
wig.
Matt.
That's
Well-
why you. That's why you go to the wilderness and you shave a lion,
Yeah.
and then you wear you wear that.
I don't
You
know
wear
how
the
this
mane.
person treated their hair.
Well, Matt, I think this is just an example of your privilege. 'cause
clean
you've
them,
never worn
Matt.
a weave.
I have worn a wig. Okay.
A weave? Weave?
A weave?
Yeah.
Wave?
No, I've never worn a weave.
Okay.
I don't have
All
any
this
wigs.
is real. Thank you very much.
I wanted to get some wigs
Could I
back
do
in the
that
day.
if it wasn't real?
It's true. You did flip your hair into bangs briefly. Oh, wow. Luxurious.
They really. I'm fresh out of the shower,
Yeah.
and
How do you
my
smell?
hair always has a lot of bounce out of the shower, especially when it's long like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So occasionally I'll just walk past my nieces and just be like, "Ha!" And Kayla's like, "Fuck you." She hates me. She has to spend hours getting her hair to do what mine does naturally.
That's true. That is
Look
true.
at this natural hair
Natural bouncy hair.
from the gods.
Oh,
Should we listen to Tommy Gunn sing?
God, we haven't even
Nah,
done.
I'll do it.
The videos on YouTube have a place called the comment section, where people can type out heartfelt and thoughtful reflections of the videos they just watched. Like here at RLF on Wednesdays, now the gang will read a few. It's really hard to rhyme the word Wednesdays.
All right. Wow. Sights. That was terrible. Thank God Tommy Gunn stepped in.
Yeah, yeah. Don't ever
I,
again.
To be fair, I don't really know the words.
There is a song. It's the comment section.
I've
You're
never
very
heard a
familiar
comment
with it.
song.
Well, you know what else had a song at one point? And Therwin Big Eagle wrote in, "Bring back the Twitter song." Because from what I remember, I always thought it was Matt saying Twitter after the guitar piece, and I can't hear it any different. Now, it wasn't. It was, I forget who sent us in the original Twitter song.
Bobby
but,
Jones.
Whoever, Bobby Jones.
Bobby
I believe it
Jones.
was Bobby Jones who graced us with the lyrics to that gem. And if I remember correctly, that's what he does. He goes Twitter right at the end.
Yes. I was
Which
trying
is
to look
great.
up the name, but whoever it is, thank you very much.
Good old
Don't let us
Bobby
know. Let us
Jones.
keep it.
It's in the
Keep it a
emails.
mystery.
Yeah. Are you gonna play the Twitter song for
No, not allowed.
Therwin? Oh.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'll play it.
Okay. Oh man, Caleb Stockelberg, who I believe was the same gentleman who sent us in that tattoo picture last week.
Ooh, yes.
Oh yeah.
I am I am telling the truth, you guys. It's for reals. Also, you guys seriously made me laugh when you said it was Sharpie. Smiley face. You guys made my week. But in all seriousness, it's a real tattoo that I gave myself on my buddy's birthday, and it was literally the first thing that came to mind. I'm going to tattoo "Yeah, dude" on my knee. Yeah, dude!
Yeah, dude.
Much respect.
So thank you very much,
Yeah,
Caleb.
dude. You did it
Much
himself.
respect,
Caleb. Not
Caleb.
bad.
Yeah.
I
And
hearted it.
the last two comments I brought for this week are going to be more related to the serious topics that we discussed in last
Gotcha.
week's episode. Lord Meowrick writes in, while I appreciate Nikolai addressing the issue, it's pretty generic response. Also, others have said the entire police system is corrupt, and with all of the isolated incidents by cops against black people, it is seemingly a corrupt response. It is seemingly a cop-out response to claim to be pro-police and pro-Black Lives Matter. Systematic racism is what America was built on and continued to perpetuate with its culture. P.S. The British and the Soviets did more in World War II. So, first of all, Lord Meowrick, thank you so much for your comment, and thank you for listening to what I had to say last week and adding your 2 cents. I really appreciate it. And if you feel that my response was generic or a bit of a cop-out, that's your feelings, and you're 100% entitled to them. I just
fuck
appreciate
you.
that you heard me. And as far as your PS, the British and the Soviets did more in World War II. Yeah, obviously they were involved with the war for way longer. One of my biggest criticisms of Saving Private Ryan is the fact that at no point do you see an Allied soldier. It's just the Americans.
America.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I dislike American-made films about World War II is because they don't tell the story. And one of the, I guess, if you want to think about it that way, cooler things about World War II was that the Allied forces were literally like 100, not 100, it was so, I don't know the number, but it was dozens of countries working together for one cause. So, yeah, absolutely. I totally appreciate your correction with that because it's true. Those two countries were far more involved with World War II. I believe the Soviets lost like 6 million people because of that war. I know America wasn't even close to that number.
Soviets were tough, though, man. They lost 6 million. They didn't even flinch.
Yeah, I mean,
They were like, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, you killed 6 million of us. You know what we did after that? We burned the bodies and salted the earth.
That's true. They were some
Fuck
bad
off.
motherfuckers.
One more thing about Lord Meowrick.
Okay, was
Oh, sorry.
well, Rabid Bunny Man had replied. You were gonna read that?
That's what I.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say. Rabid Bunny Man replied, sort of defending you here. He said that wasn't a generic response. You disagree with him, sure, and I won't proselytize his opinion and why I do agree with him. But that doesn't mean what he said was bland or unoriginal. He was pretty succinct and even opened up a window in his own past experience. That's a lot better than some random YouTube influencer going through the motions. And then he agrees with your point on the British and the Soviets.
Yes, but there's also something else that he says that I have to say.
Okay.
P.S. I do agree with that. The British and the Soviets were the crux of the Allied forces, and Nikolai's comment on his American pride was a little weird, and he confused Japanese with Chinese. Can I tell you guys? I re-listened because I wanted to listen to what I had said. I didn't write it down. It was just kind of flowing out of me in the moment, and I was so fucking mad at myself when I heard me say German and Chinese. I was like, you fucking moron. I was like, great, you're just Bluto from Animal House. But he wasn't talking about who did more in the war. It was more the fact that the U.S. got off its side. Okay. But there's something else that you say here, Rabid Bunny Man, that I want to just talk about for a second. That Nikolai's comment on his American pride was a little weird. That is actually a topic I pretty feverishly avoid. I don't talk about how I feel about America because I am very pro-America. I feel like for millennials, if you are if you love this country, if you're one of those guys who loves to wave the flag, red, white, and blue till you die, that you were kind of looked at like you're weird, the same way as if you're a millennial and you're religious. So it's something that I really just don't delve into too much. But I am a third-generation American who had the very, very fortunate, like I was very fortunate that I got to meet my relatives who weren't born in this country. And I haven't forgotten, not that I ever lived it, but I haven't forgotten that the way we live is not how we've always lived. You know what I mean? If that does make sense. I feel like a lot of times once you get to the third and fourth generations, any connection to the old country, of course I don't speak Spanish, but a lot of like the culture is lost. It's woven out of the family, and especially any struggle is usually woven out as well. And it's easy to just kind of take for granted the life that we have here. And I am a person who loves this country, and I love how, even though it's terribly flawed sometimes, I could not agree with you more, Lord Maverick, that this country was built on and continued to be a country that was on racism. I mean, we wiped out the Native Americans because they were savages and didn't look like us or speak our languages. I don't forget that. I don't forget the fact that slaves built the White House.
But that and that is nearly every nation.
Yes, exactly.
Every nation in the world took turns gang raping Africa.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Every nation was, almost every nation in the world is built on the horrific enslavement and or abuse of
the
others.
thing is now it's
absolutely.
just still going on.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm not denying that in any way.
Right.
What I'm saying is that I agree with you and I see that. But despite those flaws, I still love this country, and I still feel grateful to be in America.
Yeah, you can still
as well you should.
Yeah.
And
love your
that was
country,
my
just-
point. Like, America's no different than any other nation. Yes, we've had our mistakes. We were on the wrong side of history, and even sometimes still do find ourselves on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
But that happens for literally every nation in the world.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one out there that is a saint.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
There's no nation out there that is founded on peace and prosperity, that has never been in a war, never, slaughtered an indigenous people, never, waged war with the country next door. It doesn't exist, unfortunately.
I did see something else in the comments because I had started talking about the American Revolution. Somebody made a comment about how the French Revolution is what really inspired Europe and all of the other revolutions. And there is absolutely, like, that's true. I mean, you were talking about a time period, 1790s, when, of course, telephones, newspapers existed, but information didn't spread the way it does. But you do have to look at a timeline, and the American Revolution was before the French Revolution. And you can't tell me that there weren't some soldiers who fought in both revolutions. So the French Revolution was absolutely inspired by the American Revolution.
I mean, the Marquis de Lafayette. That's if you're familiar with the story, most people will know that we went and we had aid from the French to end the American Revolution.
Yeah.
And then when the French revolted, we did not help them.
No, we didn't.
we did not help them.
Well, we were forming as a country at that point. So I believe that's when the Continental Congress was taking place.
We were still a very young nation. We were hugely in debt. We should not have helped them. We would have been fighting a war we couldn't afford.
Yeah, we weren't in a position to help them, but that doesn't mean that we didn't.
We didn't bail.
Yeah.
As they say in the show Hamilton that I love, you signed a treaty with a king whose head is now in a box.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Should we ask him? Do whatever you want. I'm super dead.
So, did you guys have any comments that you wanted to read?
I never do. No.
Yeah, that's evident.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. I've got one for you. Right here. I had it. Oh, fuck dogs. Here we go. Did we read this one, the top one?
No.
I don't know what the top one
All
is.
right,
for you.
one bird, two stones. Nikolai, a true patriot. Matt, a dirty commie. Seich, 2 beers in 5 minutes.
That comment made me laugh. That made me laugh really hard because I didn't realize how quickly Sarge was drinking last week.
I'm okay with dirty commie.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Dirty comments?
It's worse than
Dirty commie.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're a
I'm
bear.
okay with dirty comments too.
Yeah, the dirtier the better.
Yeah.
Communist wizard bear with a hole in his chest and nice set of tits.
And then Penn asks, is Madcast still a thing? Nope.
Oh,
That
God,
was one of
no.
my favorite podcasts. Sorry, Penn.
Well, no, that's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Good.
that
Oh.
did not live long. It was a great time, but once our friend Dave moved, it wasn't going to keep happening. So,
God rest his soul.
but I'm really glad you enjoyed those. I think 9 episodes that we did.
Hell yeah.
Once
We tackled some issues.
Couldn't even make it
Kinda.
to 10.
once like voice tech comes along that can copy voices, you just get a third person and use Dave's voice.
Yeah, we'll have Sight sit in and just.
A
Yeah.
voice modulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does Dave keep saying yeah, dude?
It does exist. Have you not seen Scream 3?
Oh, that's true.
It's been a while, so I don't remember.
Yeah, no, that doesn't exist.
Hello.
They had technology in that movie
Yeah,
that
there's a
made a
movie.
person instantly sound exactly like someone else.
Oh, wow.
Possible.
I feel like my phone can do that now.
Uh,
Yours can't.
Not instantly.
Yeah, it can
You
make
usually
me sound
have
like
to
Darth
record.
Vader.
Yeah, you can record a line and then it'll play it back to you in its entirety in a different thing.
No.
You can't,
No.
like,
No.
speak
No.
and have it sound like someone else.
That's
No.
true. That makes sense.
You might be able to. I don't know.
No, they have
Technology's
they do have
crazy.
audio fakes now.
Yeah, it's the thing that you just go.
Because people make like JFK singing a fucking new song or some shit.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
That's a terrible JFK.
It's not good. I would.
I'm trying to think like JFK. 4 and
Nope.
7 years ago.
No,
No,
I don't know
that sounded like.
Damn.
And now Robinson's up to the plate. Ask not what your country can do for you. No, that's not good.
I mean,
I can't do it.
yeah.
I can't do
Um,
it. I'm not even gonna try.
It's that like posh New England accent where it sounds both
I've got a boat
regal
for my boat.
and moronic at the same time. There's that great Brian Regan bit where he's like, Dora the Explorer. Did they think that rhymed? That only rhymes in the Kennedy household. Dora the Explorer.
Oh, my God.
He's
Poor
fucking,
JFK, that guy, you know what happened to him.
Is it Cruda film?
No,
I
have no idea.
didn't. Did he retire somewhere?
Yeah.
He retired already.
Arlington National Cemetery.
Oh, did he?
So-
Was he like a groundskeeper or something? Like a low key jobber.
Is
Somebody
that
shot that nice young man and his brother.
Is that like the first
Must be
mainstream
hard being
conspiracy
brothers.
theory?
What? That there were.
That there was more than one shooter for JFK?
No, there's probably.
I was the
conspiracy
second shooter
theories
on the grassy knoll.
before that.
Was that Ace
There
Ventura?
had to be, right?
Yeah.
I
There
just
had to have been.
like there were probably conspiracy theories about Lincoln's assassination.
But that's
about-
still like a big one.
Nah, aliens assassinated him. You didn't hear?
What was the ship that we blew up and said that the Spanish blew up to start the Spanish-American
yeah.
War?
Louis, something with the
Who did we fight, Matt? Spain?
Whoever fought in the Spanish-American War, I'm assuming it was Spain.
Yeah. No, the one I'm thinking of was World War I believe, and it was a cargo ship. That I'm getting that incorrect.
I don't know.
Lusitania?
Yeah, that's
that
I
was,
believe World War
yeah.
One.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything.
Oh, the
Good for
USS
you,
Maine. Blame Spain on the Maine.
Blame the Maine on Spain.
Okay, and that was Teddy, right? Good old TR.
Oh, I have no idea.
I believe it was. Yeah, he was such an interesting.
He was big
figure
into
in American
rhyming.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if there were conspiracy theorists about that.
probably.
Who was like, that ship burned at 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Wood only goes up to 450.
Oh my god. Because in our lifetimes, conspiracy theories have become mainstream. I remember when I was younger, it was like a couple of stoners and like one creepy old guy who would talk about the moon landing too much.
Right.
But then 9/11 happened, and everyone had a lot of theories. And, whatever, however you feel, how you feel.
Right. 9/11 and the internet. So all the crazies could
Yes.
say their bullshit.
Yes. It was like a perfect fucking symmetry. Like, they just kind of collided. And I feel like, especially in the past, 4 years, conspiracy theories are just absolutely mainstream. Like, all you have to do is prove that what you said isn't wrong. And it can be technically right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. That's nuts. That's not the right way to go about news to me.
I don't know, dude. You're just not thinking the right way.
Yeah, I guess.
It just the level it's grown to is just, to me, very disheartening.
I don't know. I watched this video of a woman ripping down Black Lives Matter signs because George Soros sent the actor George Floyd to be killed, and that this isn't real. None of it is real. And I was like, whoa, what? I'd never even, what? Like, that broke my brain a little bit. Like, how? I don't know. And then it made me very curious, because that name, George Soros, is like, that is like the boogeyman for the, and I've heard
It's
his
him and
name.
the Koch brothers, and they rule everybody.
Well, no. Soros is Democratic. He is the boogeyman for the right wing.
Right, but I mean, they all sit at the same table when they decide who's going to win the world.
Okay, because they're part of. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
Well,
the Illuminati has.
You forgot to
multiple.
mention the Clintons as well.
Yeah, the Clintons are there.
Yeah.
Bill Gates.
Just
All right,
plain
let's
as
stop.
sex.
Because the comments are probably going to go bananas with what we already said.
Not so bananas.
We don't. You guys love that shit.
All right, quick, off the top of your head, the most insane sounding conspiracy theory you can think of. Nikolai, go.
Oh, God.
Wait,
That there was no plane that hit the Pentagon.
There was no plane.
There was no plane there that day at all.
Most insane
Oh.
conspiracy theory.
I heard that recently.
I was just making one up.
Oh.
I meant just make one up.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Sorry.
no,
I thought
no,
we
it's
were gonna
okay.
reel with it.
I phrased it wrong.
Okay. So, I guess, make a conspiracy theory
Make
up.
cake.
Numbers don't exist.
Okay.
Yeah. They just don't. They're just a figment of your imagination. And, like, everyone just kind of knows what they need.
But what are... Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Everyone just kind of knows.
Yeah.
Mathematicians are the biggest scam the world has ever
Exactly.
seen.
They're fucking liars. And that's why math hits letters into it at some point, because it's all fake.
Behind the screens at movie theaters, there are retinal scans that are watching when your pupils dilate in excitement.
Uh-huh.
And that way they can monitor you and see what you like the most.
Oh, wow.
And this is how they keep building more and more bigger and expensive movies.
Why are there so many shitty movies?
Okay.
Because not everyone has access to the technology.
Yeah. And there's
All
plenty of
right.
people who like shit.
The movie industry is secretly controlling all of us.
Oh.
I don't know, dude.
I'll take that.
I feel like that's
conspiracy
already a
theory.
pretty mainstream conspiracy. That's already the Jewish-led media.
Whoa,
I
Nikolai.
wasn't really going that far off the rails.
But that is already a conspiracy theory.
True.
Man,
Bill-
conspiracy
Si-
is going to keep
Fi-
thinking we're saying
Sage,
her
Al,
name.
you got one?
Ah, shit. Fucking Bigfoot assassinated Abraham Lincoln.
Love it.
Oh my God.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot there.
And then he just pushed
John Wilkes in the way.
Yeah, he just shoved, because didn't John Wilkes Booth jump out
Yeah, he
onto
ju-
the
Yeah, he
stage?
fell.
And he broke his leg on the
Yeah.
jump. Yep.
Oh no, yeah, Bigfoot pushed him.
Yeah.
It wasn't
That's how
me.
he-
It was
that's how he
Bigfoot.
cleared- such a
Bigfoot had
jump.
him in the other hand, and he shot him with one hand through John Wilkes Booth with the other.
Yeah, he's enormous.
He's like, "Oh man, that man's jumping," and Bigfoot just walked away
Bigfoot.
in his fancy suit.
Here I go.
I love the Bigfoot voice.
That's what he
Before he
sounds like.
pushed John Wilkes Booth, he whispered, "Tell them my name, Sic Semper Tyrannis." That's why John Wilkes Booth yelled that famous line.
Is it? What did
Snake
he say?
Semper
He yelled,
Satanas.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Sick 180
Oh,
I mean, death to
Tyrannosaurus.
tyrants.
Yeah, sick 180
Oh, shit.
Tyrannus.
Ooh, fireworks outside.
I hope they're fireworks.
Ooh.
What
And
language
not the
is that?
revolution.
Huh?
German?
Is it Latin?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
it's Latin.
All right, Al. What's your conspiracy theory?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are real, but they made the show, so kids don't believe it.
I love that.
What?
What city do they hang out in?
Chicago.
Not New York.
No.
Okay. Okay.
They like the deep dish.
For the... Oh, you've ruined them.
You ruined the
Those
turtles.
disgusting turtles would fucking eat deep dish.
Oh,
eat
deep
anything.
dish. Let me put my beak in there.
Cowabunga!
Just disgruntled sounding Ninja Turtles.
They're beat cops. They've been around a long time. Shredder senile. Huh? Are you turtles? Yes, Master Splinter.
We are
I'm a
turtles.
rat! We know.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're turtles! Oh, God.
Eat
getting
some of
worse.
this deep dish.
Donny.
We gotta put him in a home?
Yeah, I guess.
Another part of the
Why don't we
sewer.
use the business end of any of these weapons?
He hasn't taught us anything in a decade.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, indeed.
Yeah, dude. It was weird, though, when Donatello stopped using his staff and started using 2 Glock 9mm.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. If
Well,
I need
they
a
had to
gun, I
update
don't want
the
to be
series.
there.
No, not yet. we forgot everybody's favorite part of the show. Al even said that he had a story this time.
Oh, that's right.
Eh.
Big city living.
Straight 11.
Sites got in on the theme song this
He
week.
did. He did give a little 11.
I like it. I like it. So, gentlemen, how is Big City living?
Good.
All right. Nice. That was Big City living.
Oh my god.
Boring as
Oh my
shit
God.
in that big ass city.
I don't have any story.
Cool.
I'll tell mine quick. It's not really a story. It's more a tiny thing that happened, and I did.
More of an anecdote.
Yeah. So I was getting food today because my chicken didn't defrost. So I went to a local
God.
cuisine area, also
Okay.
known as around our block. And I ordered my food,
Right.
and I was waiting, and like all the furniture is gone, so there's just pure floor. There's no tables or
That
anything,
good floor.
so you can see the floor.
Yeah. Pure, unfiltered food.
Mm. And this roach is in
Uncut
the
floor.
corner. He starts running. He's like, eh, and he starts running towards me. And I'm like, should I kill this roach? And then some guy came
Yeah.
in, and he was like, hey, Jason! And he screamed to the cashier,
Uh-huh.
so that distracted me.
Give that roach
So you
time.
So I was like, should
So
I?
you took your eyes off the roach?
Took for a second, and it stopped on the carpet because it blended in. I was like, all right. But then it kept running, and it went under a sign. Then the Jason guy left. I started kicking the sign, trying to crush it, trying to get it out as my food's being cooked. And I was like, should I
So
tell
you're
these?
just on a mission at this point.
Yeah.
You're just a crazy person kicking the wall inside.
But then I got my food, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go eat this food. And I ate
I'm
it.
so glad I'm so glad that the sirens have made an appearance, especially at this point in the episode.
Right when he needed to talk.
Because we said it was gonna happen.
You didn't hear him all
But
before?
No.
That's like the 5th or 6th time sirens have gone by.
Anyhow, I got my food and I went home and I ate it. I heated it up a little in case there was some roach on it.
You cook it a little bit more.
Yeah, heat it up. And then
Not take it off.
Was there any roach?
No, I checked. It was all good. There are no roaches behind the counter.
I wouldn't have checked. I would have just said, fuck it.
Phew.
I'll eat a roach.
There
Look,
were no
man,
roaches behind the
I was
counter.
hungry. My chicken's not
What did you
defrosted.
order?
I'm eating my chicken sandwich.
Okay, chicken sandwich. That's always such a classic. You can't mess it up.
No.
It's true.
I mean, you can. Andrew got some bad chicken, but that's not a chicken sandwich.
Really?
Yeah, he got
I was.
he got tendies one night and they weren't cooked.
They were uncooked in the middle.
Tendies?
Oh.
Tendies.
How do you fuck up tendies?
Yeah, he brought it back, and the guy was like, I've never seen that before.
He was like, yeah, me neither. Very funny.
He requested chicken, though. More chicken instead of money or something, which is what I would have
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, you're hungry.
I demand double the chicken.
Did they give him back? And did they give him chicken and then some?
They
or
gave him,
did
yeah,
this-
they gave him good chicken.
That was the literal order: chicken and then some.
Yeah, chicken then
2
some.
chickens.
Well, he did threaten them, so.
I'm gonna have to eat every fucking chicken in this place.
Oh, God. He did. He
Oh,
threatened
the
them.
hell.
He had a gun.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
That's
Oh my
crazy.
God, really?
Yeah.
Did the guy quit right there and run out screaming into the night?
Yeah, it was weird. You could hear it echoing.
What
It's
was
not
he?
weird.
What was he screaming?
I don't want to be there. Oh my God, I don't want to be there.